salamat ha. Thank you. Varun sir. Sir, left side. Sir, left side.
Varun da left में.
Sir, left side. उधर 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 उधर
Varun इस साइड. Varun da left में.
सारा बीच साइड हिला रे दादा. सारा बीच साइड. सर लेफ्ट साइड.
Varun इस साइड.
Sir, left side. Okay, okay. Left, left.
किसको आना है इधर से?
सर सादाब को. वरुण भाई सादाब को. ये सादाब को नहीं है.
अच्छा ले ले.
सर लेफ्ट साइड से. सर लेफ्ट साइड. चिल्ला रहे.
Andre Timmins and Viraf Sarkari, I'm delighted to welcome all of you at today's momentous occasion. I'm also delighted that we joined here with my friends from the film industry, especially Karan, who's finally out here rocking the place. Especially Karan. I'll tell you later. Thank you, Saif. Thank you, Varun, for joining us here. We're also grateful to our partners, Nexa Motors, Vivo, represented here by Mr. Vivek Jang, Chief Marketing Officer of Vivo India, Gunjan Soni, Chief Marketing Officer of Myntra and Head of Jabong, and Mukesh Bhatia, a friend of ours for several years and Executive Director of Air India. IIFA began in the year 2000 and over the last 17 years has traversed across 12 different countries, 14 different cities, and each time creating a magical experience, taking Indian cinema closer to its fans, closer to its audiences, and growing the reach and monetization of Indian cinema. Sometimes through distribution, sometimes through joint treaties with the countries that host IIFA. And it has been a journey that has been filled with a lot of love, a lot of passion, and tremendous dedication. IIFA was started to promote Indian cinema. But over the years, it has gone on to become a platform that brings people, countries, cinemas, and communities closer together. And the spirit of one people, one world is that vision, is the passion that drives IIFA and its entire team at Wizcraft and all its partners across. For the 18th IIFA, we're delighted to welcome all of you to the city of New York. You can call it the Big Apple, you can call it what you'd like. But in many ways, life begins there. In many ways, life almost gets its drive, passion, and color from there. The IIFA weekend is planned for July 13th to 15th, and it's a colorful weekend comprising various sessions which inspire thought leadership. We have an IIFA Social Innovation Summit, we have a business forum, and we have thought leaders coming in to address the media and guests of the IIFAs. On July 13th, IIFA takes center stage in Times Square. And you'll have the biggest Bollywood party in Times Square. Myntra presents IIFA Stomp at Times Square. Long relationship with the IIFAs over the last 17 years. The first one was there at the first IIFA ever. His father was on our IIFA advisory board and helped us really start the entire movement. I remember the nights he spent helping us get the seating right for the first IIFA, the Millennium Dome. The one and only Johar, who we call Tom Uncle. He was literally like a father for all three of us at Wizcraft. And I remember dedicating the IIFAs to his memory in the year that he passed away and left us for his heavenly abode. Thereafter, his son, Karan Johar, joined the IIFA advisory board. Next up is a man who, that's it. Next up is a man who sang, who has performed at the IIFAs dancing. He's played cricket and picked up catches and won matches. Yes. And he also broke his leg whilst playing football in Singapore, when at the IIFAs in Singapore, and had to be replaced the next night and suffered quite a bit thanks to that one sporting event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our co-host for the IIFA Awards, Saif Ali Khan. Next up is another one who has a lot of history with IIFA. His father's been on the IIFA advisory board since its inception. Probably the most comic man and done the biggest comedies for us in Hindi cinema. His son has made waves with super hit after super hit after super hit, literally setting the box office ablaze. Ladies and gentlemen, at IIFA he's a rookie. It's his first time at IIFA. It's his first time that he's getting up on stage. It's the first time he's going to the IIFAs. Finally, Varun Dhawan. And I'm getting off stage and I'm handing over the mic to Varun Dhawan to take it from here.
Speak from here, speak from here.
Yeah, from there.
So, like he said, so I've been in the film industry now for 5 years. And just want to ask you guys, इतनी देर क्यों लग गई यार IIFA के लिए, मुझे बुलाने के लिए? क्यों? So I've actually had to earn my ticket to IIFA and I'm glad I'm here. My first year, got a lot of stuff planned. But besides that, we've got a host for IIFA 2017 on stage. The coolest daddies in town. Both are new dads. It was Father's Day yesterday, so I want to wish both of you all Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. सब लोग wish कर दो यार. So my question to both of you all is, how are you going to daddy this award this year? I mean, how are you going to, what do you guys have in store for IIFA in New
How are
York?
you going to daddy this award? I've daddied you for 5 years. I think I can do a fair enough job. Saifu, how are you going to daddy this award?
It would be a very painful thing to pass.
Yeah.
Better to daddy than to mother, I think, you know.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's a very jagged award. I think to pass it as a mother would be very painful. I'd rather father it. So yes, I think, no, listen, it's wonderful to be chosen and to be part of the hosting duo, because I think we all function also as ambassadors when we do it, from our national carrier to our movie stars to our host. So I'm really looking forward to hosting it with Karan, who is so witty and wonderfully intelligent and sparkling. And I hope I can keep up with him.
No, you'll be amazing. We have done this before once, I think. We've done a minor bout, but this one's a big one.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one's a big one. It's in New York. So because it's my debut, I have so many questions to ask you all, especially you, Saif. I know that IIFA is also known, ये सब आप लोग को पता नहीं है, but it's also known क्योंकि जब award show खत्म हो जाता है तो बहुत parties होती है, backstage parties होती है. So मैं गया नहीं था एक्टर के तरीके से, मैं बहुत छोटा था तो मुझे इनवाइट तो करते नहीं थे लोग. But what are these backstage parties about?
Well,
I'm sure before you were married you would go to these
Even
parties.
after being married.
Oh, okay.
This is the, you know, this year I think we have Mr. Salman Khan performing, so you'll find out.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I think, yes. I mean, it's great fun. It's a wonderful time where we interact with fans and people, and everyone's quite relaxed, especially after the event. And, you know, everyone's a little charged up if the performance gone well, which I'm sure it will. And we celebrate.
We celebrate.
Yeah, we do celebrate.
Into the wee hours of the night.
We'll only start celebrating in the wee
Oh,
hours. We're going to finish the show at about, what, 2 a.m. or something?
Yeah. Go on.
I think a very key question, and I might I hope the organizers don't get upset with me for asking this question, is that सब लोग पूछते हैं हमारे इंडियन अवार्ड शोज बहुत लंबे चलते हैं. I want to ask you all both, since you all are the hosts, how long is IIFA going to run for? And it's a live show. It's a live show. पहली बार बहुत सालों के बाद live show है.
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
It's a live show, so I think they have a cap on timing. It won't go longer than 4 hours.
It'll start with the red carpet and then
Green
going into
carpet.
the awards.
Carpet.
The green carpet, sorry, the eco-friendly green carpet. And then as we go ahead, it will be only for 4 hours. My second question, Saif, for you again is that while you're on stage, you know, as actors, when we are performing, we sometimes forget steps.
Yes.
It often happens.
Yeah.
So,
No.
what? Oh, you never
Never
happens.
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 No, it never happens. I memorized the script. It's going to be perfect. It's live, so there's no question of last-minute editing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is no question of that. But if you do forget a step, I mean, if you're doing any step like you would do, like the ole ole step or anything.
Very easy. You have to take off your shirt.
Okay. You take off your shirt and that's it.
Wave at the girls. Wave at the boys.
Who you saying that to, Saifu?
To him.
Yeah, so, I mean, that goes with
So
the territory.
can we give
He's
them
not gonna forget.
can we give them one example if we are doing like one step and we forget it?
Oh, I'm not taking off my shirt.
No, we don't take out any shirt. We don't take out any shirt. We pretend like we've taken off a shirt. And what do we do? How do we interact with them? The crowd to like.
Like you're dancing and then you forget and then you just walk up there, you know, and you're like, hey, baby. And you lift up your shirt like this and you kind of take it off and then throw it into the crowd and be like, you know, hey, you know, yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have a problem if I forget my step. Because there's no shirt going to come off.
Karan, with you always on stage, there's a certain amount of humor expected, always, because you're, like Saif said, you're extremely witty. And so what kind of humor are we expecting? Do you change your humor with the city? Because now I was with you at the Dream Tour in New York, and you were like really out there. I mean, Karan took us by surprise with his jokes. We didn't expect it. He spoke in 5-6 different languages, which we didn't know he knew. And really excited the crowd. So for New York, do you have anything in store? Like anything you're going to speak in any language?
No, not particularly for New York. But I think when you actually host, I think it's very important that you be just that, a host. You forget what you do.
But you do take over.
Even it's not about taking over. It's about actually the chemistry that
He does.
Oh, that's good.
Y'all
can say
again,
my
he'll be
lines
very
as well.
happy about that. I'll just be reading all the sponsor names out and Saif will be staring beautifully into space.
This is a lie. Karan Johar ji बहुत improvise करते हैं जब stage पे है, बहुत ज़्यादा improvise करते हैं और फिर कुछ काटना पड़ता है हमें, but this
नहीं,
time
अभी
because it's
live है. live है बिल्कुल नहीं काट सकते हम. No, but I think it's not about playing to New York or to London or the various wonderful locations IIFA has hosted. It's actually just making sure that your script is audience friendly, because you're not only just connecting to the 40,000 people in the audience, but to the 40 million people who will eventually watch it on television. So you have to connect to the viewer in every which way. And so your script and what you say, and I always tell people, like, of course, Saif is a veteran, he's done so many events, but I always tell people, when you're hosting, look at the prompter only for your look to camera. Don't keep connecting with people, because eventually you're going to be on television and you're going to be talking to the viewer. It's a minor tip.
Because I always get lost, because whenever I'm performing, and only my mom from my family wants to come and see my performances, and I always see her, and she, like, for some reason she's sweating or she's nervous कि अब कुछ गलत करेगा, अब गिर जाएगा, something will go wrong. So even if I'm dancing for like this,
but I have the same feeling when I watch you also. I also get very worried, because I feel that in your excitement, besides your shirt, many other garments also might come off. So that's my big fear, because when Varun performs or does anything, he has no sense of self-control. He goes mad. But that's what's great about him, because he plays to the gallery.
I surrender to the music.
Yeah.
I surrender.
You surrender to the music.
Yeah,
considering you didn't sing it, I don't know why you're surrendering. But anyway.
Because dance and surrender as well.
And the last question which I want to ask you, Karan, especially, is that, are you going to be dancing at IIFA 2017? I mean, because we've seen you dancing, especially on the Colors channel.
At some point, man.
Yeah,
sure.
because he's
I don't know how
really
public
good.
it will be, but he will dance.
Yeah.
No.
Will you shake a leg? I mean, you are really good.
Is that in my
Yeah,
contract?
Andre, what
I'm
do
supposed
you
to dance?
what do you feel? Yeah.
Oh, we're both going to dance. Okay. I didn't think we were paid enough then. No one told us that we were going to dance. No, I don't think, I don't know. No, it's not at all. No such thing. No, I will not be dancing. quite.
He'd be happy to, he'd be
Yes,
happy.
of course.
I know he is going to. I know.
Yeah.
I just thought he'll tell us which song, but okay, that's a surprise.
No.
That's a surprise for later.
Thank you. But we have questions to ask you, Varun, as well.
I thought it was only me asking all guys.
No, we
It
have
was the other
questions
way.
to ask you. So you have like so many amazing beauties performing this time in IIFA. We have Katrina and you have Alia. Who's your preferred movie star between them?
Between both of them,
Katrina and Alia?
I mean, they both are like different looking.
Most people are different looking. We're different from each other as well.
I like both. I mean, I like both.
You like both?
Great. That's what you should say.
Yeah, I like both.
Yeah.
You like both?
I like both. They both are very nice human beings.
Yeah.
They're nice people.
Oh, and that's what you look for in a their
dance
quality of humanity.
No, like in a dancer.
In a dance.
I mean, you
But
want
they're not dancers. They're
Your
movie
personality
stars. They're
shows.
actors.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
want, like, I feel if there's goodness within it, comes out in the
Comes out,
performance.
yeah.
Even if you're like doing like the Chikni Chameli step. I mean, the
Yeah.
goodness always comes through.
Especially in the Chikni.
Especially in a song like that. Definitely.
Okay. All right. This is your first time in IIFA.
Already feeling like I'm getting ragged now on stage. I'm feeling.
No,
No, I love you too much to rag you. But this is your first time in IIFA. So what do you think is going to be your biggest take back from this humongous event that's going to unfold on the 13th of July?
Should I say what I'm doing? I can say, okay, so this time, I think first time in my career, what I'm doing is I'm paying tribute to my father. So I'm going to be performing on all his songs, starting from Swarg, coming down to Main Tera Hero, and eventually we'll be doing one of the newer songs of Judwa too. Also.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we look forward. We're doing a segment with you
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So are you looking forward to that, Saif?
of course I am.
Yeah.
As
Why?
I'm asking myself that also. And because, he's so lovely and nice and talented and humble and
Available.
handsome. I mean,
He's also going to
I
be
don't know
there.
if that's the right adjective.
That is a very important prerequisite to
Available,
host
yes.
availability. Access,
Present.
availability,
Alive.
all that.
You can message me anytime, I'll be there.
Thank you, Varun. And thank you. Now,
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, Savas will come on stage and hopefully take over.
Thank you, Subhas.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Give them a huge round of applause, guys.
फोटो आप पे वीडियो आप नहीं है
Thank you so much. So this is, I wish you had like called me after at least few other sponsors, because it's a really tough one to follow after 3 stars have just had a fantastic session here. So let me keep it sweet and short. Couple of things we'd like to say. I think it's no secret that Bollywood, glamour and fashion go pretty much hand in hand. And I think that's the opportunity we also decided to tap. Myntra has had past associations with Bollywood stars. For our private labels, All About You and HRX, we have associations with Deepika and Hrithik Roshan, and we've been very happy and excited about them. So equally on this one, I think 2-3 things which are absolutely fantastic about IIFA. I think it is not just symbolizes Bollywood, it also symbolizes the global community. And I think what we also got excited about was the green carpet. I think it was quite a unique concept. So very excited to be styling IIFA. We have a host of exciting activities that we will unfold and will be sharing with media over the next couple of days. So thank you very much. Very excited as Myntra to be here and to also be styling IIFA.